Should you stop using AI right now? I hate AI tools, which is kind of hilarious, actually, because I literally build AI automation workflows for a living. At least that's part of my job. That's what I do. But here's the thing. I just went through something that made me completely rethink how I use these tools, like fundamentally rethink it. I lost my purpose. I lost my spark, and I couldn't figure out why. Then I watched this random YouTube video about a Greek word I'd never heard of, and that's when it clicked. That's when I realized what was actually happening. All right, wait, let me back up. I'm not here to tell you AI is bad. I'm not one of those people. I love AI. I use it every single day. I'm saying that I let it make me lazy, or actually, maybe it just exposed how lazy I already was. I honestly don't know which one, maybe both. But here's why this matters to you. This might be happening to you right now, and you don't even realize it. Okay, so let me give you some context about who I am, or at least who I used to be. I've always been a reader, a learner, the kind of guy who would actually read the user manual. You know those people. I was one of them. If I didn't understand something, I'd dig in and figure it out. That was just me. That's how I'd always been. I liked learning. I liked the process of figuring things out. There was something satisfying about wrestling with an issue until it made sense. Then AI tools got really good, and I started using them more and more. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok, all of them. I got better at prompting, I got better at getting results, and somewhere along the way, something changed. I just didn't notice it happening. Here's what started to happen. I stopped actually reading what the AI was giving me. Like, I'd skim it, I'd think, yeah, that looks good, and then I'd move on. I wasn't digesting the information anymore. I wasn't thinking critically about it. I was just kind of accepting it as good enough. And I didn't even realize that I was doing this. It's weird, right? You'd think you'd notice yourself getting lazy, but that's not really how it works. It's kind of gradual. It's like you don't notice you're gaining weight until your pants don't fit anymore. Same thing. And here's how it showed up for me. My prompts started getting more generic, and I couldn't figure out why. I kept thinking I needed better prompts, more detailed instructions, better frameworks, but the AI kept giving me generic responses back. And I'd get frustrated, like, why isn't this working? I'm doing everything right. Except I really wasn't. The real problem wasn't my prompts or the frameworks or anything like that. The real problem was me. I wasn't giving AI enough context about what I actually wanted because I wasn't taking the time to read what it was feeding me and giving it the proper guidance. Because I hadn't really thought about what I wanted. I was just asking it to figure it out for me at that point. And that's a completely different thing. So the first sign that something was wrong was I stopped feeling excited about my work. And look, I'm a content creator. I build things. I help people build things. That stuff used to fire me up inside. Like genuinely, I'd wake up excited to work on projects. But I just wasn't feeling it anymore. The spark was gone, and I had no idea why. I thought maybe I was burnt out. Maybe I needed a break. Maybe I was working on the wrong things. I ran through all the usual explanations that we feed ourselves. None of them felt right. Then I watched this video from a guy named Network Chuck, and he talked about this Greek word, telos. I think that's how you say it, T-E-L-O-S. It basically means purpose. And he was talking about creating a file that defines your purpose, what excites you, what bothers you, what you want to fix in the world, so you can give that context to AI and get better, more personalized results. And I was like, okay, better prompting technique makes sense. But then something else hit me. It wasn't just about better prompts. That wasn't the insight. I realized that I had been letting AI figure things out for me instead of telling AI what I wanted. There's a huge difference between those two things, and I completely missed it. I was asking AI, what should I do? Instead of saying, here's what I want to do, help me do it better. Help me accomplish these goals. Do you see the difference? One of those puts you in charge. The other one doesn't. I had given AI the steering wheel to my life, and I didn't even realize it. And here's the part that really messed with me. Like, I'm still thinking about this even now as I'm recording this video. Maybe AI didn't make me lazy. Maybe AI just exposed how lazy I already was, or at least how lazy I was already being when it came to my work. Was I always kind of on autopilot? Was I always looking for something or someone else to tell me what to do? I honestly don't know which came first anymore, the chicken or the egg. But here's what I've realized. It doesn't really matter. What actually matters is that I saw it and I couldn't unsee it. There's this thing that happens when you rely on something too much. You stop developing the muscle yourself. It's like using a calculator so much that you forget how to do even the most basic math in your head. The skill dies. And I think that's what happened to me with thinking, with deciding, with knowing what I actually want. I outsourced it, and the muscle got weak. So what did I do about it? 3 things. And I want to be really practical here because I think you can apply them today if you're feeling anything like what I was feeling. The first thing that I did was I sat down and I actually thought. I actually took time to sit down and think. Not ask AI to think for me, just think. I asked myself, what are the things that really bother me in the world? What are the injustices that I see that I wish I could fix? What are the things that actually excite me in life? And I wrote them down, pen and paper, no AI involved. Now here's something important. You don't need some grand life mission figured out to do this. That's the trap that most people fall into. They think they need this big world-changing purpose before they can move forward. No, start small. Start with the smallest, simplest, stupidest things that you can think of. I like working on computers. It bothers me how expensive groceries are getting. I love spending time with my family. Even basic stuff like that counts. Actually, that stuff counts more than you even think, because nobody figures out their whole life purpose in one sitting. You iterate, you refine, you learn as you go. And whatever you write down, you can change it anytime. There's no permanent record, no commitment. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself to have the perfect answer. The point is to start thinking for yourself again. That's it. The second thing that I changed was how I interact with AI. I stopped skimming. I stopped just consuming what the AI was feeding me. And when the AI gave me something, I actually took the time to read it, all of it, and then to think about it and process it. And I'd ask myself, is this what I meant? Is something missing? Is there context that I didn't give the AI that could make this better? It sounds simple. It is simple, but I wasn't doing it before, or at least I had stopped doing it. I was in this weird mode where I trusted AI more than I trusted myself. Like the AI said it, so it must be right, which is actually insane when you think about it. But that's where I was. Now I read everything with a critical eye, not because AI is wrong, it's usually not wrong, but because I need to stay engaged. I need to stay in the conversation. I need to keep my thinking muscle active. The third thing is maybe the most important. I stopped being just the prompter and I became the editor. You see, here's the thing about using AI for content, whether it's emails, blog posts, scripts, whatever. You can't just prompt and publish. That's how you end up with generic, garbage that sounds like everyone else. What we call AI slop. You have to be the editor. You have to add your perspective, your voice, your context, your experiences. AI gives you a draft. You got to then make it yours. That extra effort, that's what separates good AI-assisted content from the stuff that all sounds the same. And there's a lot of stuff out there that all sounds the same. Don't add to it, please. So what changed after I did all this? Well, my content started to shift. Ideas started flowing again. That spark I was missing, it came back. And I know why. I was driving again. I was the author of my own direction. And AI was back to being what it should be, a tool that helps me get there faster, not the thing deciding where I'm going. End of the day, here's what I want you to take away from this. AI is going to keep getting smarter. It's going to be able to do more and more. And yeah, you could probably let it run your whole life at some point. Like, that's not even science fiction anymore, guys. That's where we're heading. But would it be the life you actually wanted? That's the question nobody's asking. Everyone's so focused on what AI can do, nobody's asking what should it do? Or more importantly, what should you still be doing yourself? You see, no matter how intelligent AI gets, it cannot design the life you want to live. Only you can do that. And for me personally, I believe that's with God's guidance. That's my framework. That's how I think about it. But whether you share my faith or not, the principle is still the same. AI is not a replacement for you leading and directing your own life. It's not a replacement for you deciding what matters, for you figuring out what excites you and what bothers you and what you want to do about it while you're here on this earth. It's not, if you're not the author of your own story, someone or something else is. Don't let that be a large language model. So here's what I want you to do. Real simple, I promise. Next time you use AI, actually read what it gives you and take a moment to pause and reflect and think about it, add to it, and make it your own. Make it better. And if you've been feeling like you lost your spark lately, if you're going through the motions, if you've been feeling that something's off, but you can't quite put your finger on it, maybe ask yourself, have I been letting AI drive, or am I the one with the hands on the wheel? And if this resonated with you, I'd love to hear from you. So drop a comment down below. Tell me, what's one thing that excites you and one thing that bothers you about the world? Just one of each. Keep it simple, because that's where it starts. That's how you take the wheel back. I'll see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And I definitely recommend that you check out this video right here. I really think you'll enjoy it. Until next time, peace out, everybody. Later, nerds.